Community Hotline is made possible with generous support by Gresham Ford, the dealer with a heart. The Contribute to the Community program provides the opportunity for the Gresham Ford team to make a positive impact, serving their customers and helping people across the community. And by the Mount Hood Cable Regulatory Commission. The Mount Hood Cable Regulatory Commission advocates on behalf of the public interest on communications policy issues at the local, state, and federal levels.
Hi, welcome to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel. We're here in Gresham at MetroEast Community Media. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to start out tonight talking with a couple people who are representing the Gresham-Ebetsu Sister City Association. With me tonight I have Tomiko Takeuchi, who is the coordinator of an event coming up, Scosh, and Jim Card, that's C-A-R-D, the Sudu Island director, and we'll find out more about Sudu Island in a little bit. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Sorry, Jim, I had to do that with your name. You know,
that's all right.
That's an old joke here going on with us. You know, you two were on a long time ago talking about when Sudu Island was first starting to be renovated and refurbished. So for those, and we'll get into some more details in a little bit, but for those who don't know, that is a part of the Main City Park in downtown Gresham. And it was started when? Like a really long time ago, right?
1973 is when the garden was originally started.
Okay. Now it is beautiful. Mm-hmm. It is just gorgeous, and it is relaxing and peaceful, and I really, really love it. And we'll show some pictures of it in a little bit. But first I want to start out asking a little bit about the Gresham-Ebetsu Sister City Association. Tomiko, can you tell me a little bit about that?
I'll start out, and then you can pick up when I leave off or leave out. It was in the 70s when actually the whole Gresham-Ebetsu Sister City started. And at that time they did a lot of economic things, so they got together to be able to sell and to talk this stuff. You know, now it's
we'll import that, we'll export this.
Yeah, but now it's mostly a cultural thing. Oh, okay. We do have, we send 3 kids to Ebetsu for a month in the summer, and they send us 3 in the winter.
And how long are the kids at
a month,
place?
And they shadow a family. And our kids are selected from the Japanese language programs at Reynolds and Gresham High School.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's fun. It's the one part I keep my hand in, because being with these kids, it's amazing, whether it be the ones from Gresham and Reynolds, you know, or from Japan.
Right, so when we send kids to Japan and they come back, what do they have to do? Do they have to go tell people about their experiences?
If we have the opening, we will have them at Scosh, and they always share their story. And then we usually have one meeting that is open to the public so that kids can share. Yeah. And oftentimes different groups around organizations will ask them to come and speak.
Like a Rotary Club or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they love doing it, and so they put these little posters together, and you know, and their experiences. The one little girl came home with a uniform.
From the school of that.
Yes, and they're still, you know, here in the 21st century, they're still wearing uniforms. So
I think there are some schools around here that are bringing them back, but you know, I bet it's a really great experience for them. A month, you know,
it is, and it's amazing. You know, you get as much as in anything as you put in, and we have a couple who have come back. I mean, like fluent.
Really?
Yeah, man, I'm just
so
really
so
impressed.
they already know the language to some extent,
little bit,
but that immersion in it.
They start as freshmen at our schools, and so they can get 4 years. So it's still only just an hour a day. But yeah, some of them practice outside and go to Mount Hood and take the Japanese language there, and then they come back. And I mean, for someone like me who's speaks very badly in Japanese, it's extremely impressive.
Wow, that is.
Yeah,
that is.
yeah.
It's hard to learn another language.
It is. It is.
Yeah, that's great. So, so that's the main thing that the Sister City Association is doing now.
We're doing a lot of that, and then this year we're actually going to take a group to Japan from here, and then a group from Ebetsu will come. And they've come a couple times from Ebetsu.
Yes, that's correct. And this particular time, our visit is celebrating the 40th anniversary of the relationship between Ebetsu and Gresham, Oregon, which are very similar in size and location as related to Sapporo and also the Portland, and have very similar economies and so on.
Well, so have you both been there? Have either of you been there?
Jim's
to Ebetsu?
going this year.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't. I've been to Sapporo.
Okay. And that's not too far from Ebetsu?
Actually, it's very close. The story is great because the mayor of Sapporo had just become sister cities with Portland, and his son was at Portland State. And one of our Gresham people was he was helping them out, you know, translation and stuff. And they decided how it would be so interesting because Sapporo and Portland, if Ebetsu, which is just on the outskirts of Sapporo, and Gresham would get together. So that's where,
So when people come here, just out of curiosity, when people come here from Ebetsu, what do you show them? What are the things that they want to see?
The last group of kids was hilarious. You wanted voodoo donuts.
Isn't that something? Doesn't that just...
And they always want to shop Nike.
Yeah.
And Adidas and Puma.
Adidas, is that what Adidas.
Yeah, and Puma. And so we go down, we'll take them down to the coast to the outlet and stuff. Yeah, so the shopping is huge.
Yeah.
Here in town, of course, they love Dick's because they don't have anything like that.
Really?
You know, Dick's is as big as a, you know.
Sporting goods?
Yes, because they don't have big shops like that in Ebetsu, of course.
Yeah.
And so we turn them loose there, and their eyes just get huge.
That's so
but they want to shop, and they, like I said, voodoo was a huge one this time. and they have different things that they think of, but it's not much sightseeing because they don't seem to really know. It's just like when we go to Ebetsu, you know, you don't know necessarily what's going to be.
See, but I'd like to see the sights, you know, but maybe that's just because we're older too, I don't know.
Yeah, but we try to take them downtown to downtown Portland. We run around a lot in Gresham. Our mayor, you know, Mayor Beams is always exceptional, and he spends some time with them. He lets them sit in his chair. They go crazy over that.
Well, you know, next time you bring them down here to MetroEast, and we'll, you know, show them how to use the camera here, put them on the green screen.
In fact, we want to do that because, you know, some of our volunteers do come here.
Yeah.
And so they had talked about it. It just didn't fit this time. It didn't fit this time.
Yeah.
You know, but we've taken like the Cascade Athletic Club to the athletic, and that's amazing too because they don't have anything like that.
Wow.
They played racquetball. They tried to play tennis, and just really enjoyed themselves. And they're amazed at the two big swimming pools in the water park and things. So we try to show them those things that they don't have. Anything spacious is, you know.
It's pretty crowded there. I mean, it's an island, yeah.
And then to get in the car and to drive, like we take them to the coast and then we take them up to the mountains. You can't drive that far in Japan because you end up in the ocean.
You're in the ocean.
Wow.
I didn't really think about that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When the adult delegation comes in November, they always look forward to seeing about things they've heard about from other individuals and the students, like Multnomah Falls and Timberline Lodge. And this particular time, we're going to take them for a wine country tour out Tualatin Way and
there's so many good
Dundee.
wineries in Oregon and Washington, for that matter. Yeah, that would.
Yeah, it's just Oregon is so beautiful that the kids are very impressed when we take them any of
There's
these
so
places.
much variety. I mean, mountains,
That's right.
river, ocean. I mean, desert. It's all there.
And it's nice because our coast is much like theirs, and so when they go, it's very homey.
Oh, good. Yeah, nice. They have cold water too.
Yes, and a lot of seaweed.
Yeah. Well, that's great. That's great. I think that's really a great experience for the kids and the adults alike. So
it is. It's a great opportunity.
So how does this tie in then with your event, Skosh?
When we started doing this with the Sister City, that was probably the biggest thing we had going was the exchange. And for me, because I didn't go through a lot of this cultural stuff. You know, I'm a third-generation Japanese person, so I didn't know a lot. And when I came to Portland, I started looking into tea ceremony and the flower arranging and things.
Wanting to be in touch with that cultural.
Because it was so foreign to me. You know, they do, like, they have mizuhiki, which is cording, and you knot it so it's like macrame, but they make birds and things. And I saw a lady who made a boat. I mean, it was like 5 feet long, you know. And I thought, gee, this is a bunch of stuff. So then we started talking about, especially with the kids, we would like to do a few more programs. So this Skosh started out to just give everyone a little
yes.
Japanese cultural festival. And so we always have someone doing the tea ceremony, and so you can actually come and be a part of that. And we have ikebana, which is the flower arranging.
Right.
Then we have a guy who does bonsai, which is the miniature trees. And he actually came and did one where he did a moss ball, and we put these little plants in it, and then you put the ball in water. I have two. One is pretty much almost dead after having the other one. And so he does that. And then we have really great entertainers. So like Mitsuki Daizai, who is a koto instructor here in Portland, she will
Koto
have
being
one of her students
national
will be
instrument
playing.
of
Yes,
Japan.
which is the national instrument of Japan. It's a 13-string like a zither, and they play it with long nails,
Okay,
usually sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Talking, you should receive.
Yeah. So these pictures here, these are from the event, right? From Skosh,
Yes.
is that correct?
And this is the calligraphy people. We have several people who are taking calligraphy, and so they come and they give you a chance to use the actual ink, you know.
That's a big utensil there
It
for.
is. And it's very pointy, and so when you do it, it's amazing what little, except if you push hard. If
then you
you
have
do
the
it
paper, right?
correctly, you know, yeah. And so it's been a one that the kids really like.
Is this part of the tea ceremony?
Yes. And the tea ceremony is amazing. You know, they have it's a huge routine. So you don't do this every day.
Right, right. It's a ceremony.
It's
like
a ceremony.
Like
And
for
it's
holidays
really-
or special occasions and that kind of thing. Yeah.
And they do all of this folding of the napkin, and then when you get your bowl, you look at it and all this, you know, it's,
Wow.
yeah, it's really interesting.
And does everything mean something? I mean, is there a kind of a reason for? Or is it-
Yes, yes, and they do, like the lady that does our tea ceremony, their tea bowls are called chawans, and she has hundreds. Each individually has been made separately by a person.
Wow.
And then she uses different ones because it might have pictures for spring or the decorations, the color.
Oh, yeah. It's like getting out your Christmas decorations. But
Oh,
you,
yeah. I mean, these people spend forever. They start at a young age and they study tea ceremony. I guess they never get.
Wow.
You don't even graduate.
Yeah, that's most people here don't have the patience for that.
And we've been lucky because we've had, these are a lot of our students, and we dress them in yukatas, and so that they can help and have a good time too. And we did, a couple of the groups have come through and taught dancing.
What I have to ask, what's a yukata? Is that like a
It's a
kimono?
summer kimono, so
Okay.
it's built like a kimono, but they're cotton, and this is what they wear at home.
I like those.
Just casual.
I like those.
You know, so it's not a dress-up thing,
Yeah.
but the kids love it, and so they put it
Yeah.
on. And we did have, there was a huge dance craze in Japan, and a group of the people had heard about it, so they came and they taught it to us.
Oh, really?
And then we do some of the traditional dancing. You know, we don't do all of these things every year.
Right, pick and choose a few.
Yeah,
each
pick and
year,
choose
yeah.
a few things.
Oh, and there's Sakoto.
Yes, and this is Mitsuki.
Wow, look at that.
She's an amazing woman. She was she was majoring in vocal music, you know, so she could sing. And she was a music teacher in Japan. Well, when she got to her senior year, she discovered koto and just absolutely became immersed.
Wow.
Now, she's not a young thing, so she's been around a while. She practices at least 2 to 3 hours a day, just because
Oh,
she
my
loves
goodness.
it.
Wow. She's got to be good.
She's absolutely fabulous. And then here's some of the
These cranes, is that what they're saying?
Yeah, and so what we do is the origami group actually folds cranes, and then we hang them in the garden. It brings good luck. This year we're going to do koi or carp.
Okay.
And we have a couple different ones, and they also are long life and all of that type of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And the calligraphy people, you can put your name on something, or you can put your relatives, and it's to honor them and to send out good wishes and hang them in the garden. I mean,
Nice.
it's perfect, yeah.
Nice, I like that. Yeah, so pretty.
These are examples of decorations that were made by the volunteers, and they can be hung outside the home or around the
anywhere you want,
Zumaya,
huh?
or anywhere in the garden as a part of the celebration.
Nice.
And then this is the koi that, the hanging, and this is always for Boys' Day. Now they're talking about it, not just Boys' Day or Girls' Day. They're kind of doing it
Like
together.
Children's Day
yeah,
or
Children's
yeah.
Day, affirmative action, And
That's
so
right.
then-
I'm all for that.
so then they hang the flags.
How pretty that is.
Yes.
I hadn't been there for a while, and I had been there when you were, working on it, and then when I went there again recently, I was so blown away how beautiful it was.
And then
I
the
was so
bridge
mad at
was-
myself for waiting so long to get
The
there.
bridge was totally redone.
It's
We did
gorgeous.
that in 2015.
Just
The
gorgeous.
bridge was redone over a 9-month period, and with that particular effort, that meant that we were machining and profiling all the materials from raw log material, and to get it down to where we were then brought it to the garden to assemble.
That's a lot of work,
Tell
Jim.
them about the wood.
The wood is a Purple Heart, and it comes from South America. And I first discovered it as being used for these bridges in the Spokane Japanese garden. I went there on a visit and went into the garden, walked across this bridge, and I said to the curator there, I said, well, you must have just done this bridge within the last couple of years. It's so beautiful and in such great shape. He says, no, actually, it came here in 1972.
Really? Is it gonna look that good in another 40
Absolutely.
years, 50 years?
The
Yeah,
wood
we're planning
is
on it.
it's one of the very hardest woods. It's almost indestructible.
That's really beautiful.
Isn't it?
It really is
It's
beautiful.
amazing.
And this is Johnson Creek as seen through one of the bamboo
Fences.
screens and yes, fence. It's not so much to keep people out, is to keep the beaver out if we can.
Oh, really?
He likes our stuff to eat.
I bet.
This is some of the stonework that we did for the garden, and that was part of the original construction project. This was made possible by the Japanese American Citizens League, and with this particular pathway, it's all made out of variegated bluestone. And these are a couple of the volunteers that are greeters at the garden as people are coming into the garden on the garden end of the bridge.
It'd be kind of a fun thing to do for.
Yeah, and they look so lovely. That's funny. And then you see them running around. They lift up their content and they're running all around with their tennis shoes on. And
Is this a cooking demonstration?
It is. We actually have, we do a lot of different stuff nutritionally. And this is Jeannie Hansen, and she's actually a vegan chef, and she teaches. And so she did a sushi demonstration, and then she's trying to help us to clean up our food, so we're not eating all tempura. You know?
Try to get some of the raw food instead of the deep fried food.
Right. And then we always have excellent volunteers and people who are
Those ones from
helping out.
Birch Community Services. Yeah, they're great.
Yes, and I'm very supportive of that Birch.
Oh, they do
Have you
great
had them
work.
out? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes, I sure have. Yeah, they do wonderful, wonderful work.
And omiyage means gift shop, and so we bring in, I don't know if we're doing that this year, it takes so much energy and time, but we let people donate items that are of a Japanese or Asian nature and then sell them very reasonably.
nice.
And that's been fun. And
That's
this is
pretty.
ikebana, which is the study of flower arranging. This is Mary Dixon.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Like I said, she's taken for years, but I do have a friend who started ikebana like at age 3, and she's 87, and she's still
Wow.
taking classes.
Oh, my
I said, do you
goodness.
ever get finished? And she says, no, because there's always something new, and work with a group is helpful, and then try
Wow.
different.
That's kind of amazing. So this event will be Saturday, August 12th, correct?
10 to 3.
10 to 3, and at Main City Park.
Yes.
And so go on down there and you'll be able to see what's
Right,
going
and
on.
we'll have a lot of the typical stuff. We have a few different things. This year we're having bonseki, which is Japanese sand painting, and we just discovered this man, and he does, Japanese
paints
sand. He takes, I haven't seen this. I just got so excited about it, I couldn't stand it. But I think the sand is colored, and then he fits it
Oh, he like makes a picture out of the colored sand?
Yes, but he has nothing to sell because when it's finished, he takes it and I think he rinses it off and starts with the same
It's like an
sand.
Etch-a-Sketch.
Exactly. And start,
Or rake it out or whatever.
Yeah, and we haven't had that. And this year we're trying food carts. We're not doing very well so far because so many people are already set into places. But we have a couple of Japanese pop-up restaurants. So like Obon will be there, and they go to different events. They don't have a cart or anything, and.
Good.
Yeah, and so we'll
It'll
have
be a
some
fun
food.
event. And it's a free event, is that correct?
It's a free event, and all of the activities, so they can learn to do calligraphy. They will be able to see a demonstration on ikebana and bonsai, and we'll have garden tours. And it's a community get-together, so it's definitely not money-making. We have an awfully good time.
Right.
We're so thankful to the Gresham business people. They donate enough food for us so that our 100 volunteers, or we had 200 one year, are fed.
If you, before we run out of time, if you have people that are listening to this and they think that would be a really cool thing to be involved in, whether or not they're of Japanese descent, but they want to be involved, can they just go to the Gresham Sister City website?
Right.
Which I have
Correct.
that down. We'll have it on our screen, so people can go there and find out how they can become involved, and also if they want more information on Scotia.
And we do have some posters around, but yeah, anyone who would like to come, it is fun, and we are always looking for different kinds of help.
Yeah, and maybe you'll get somebody that next year will
Exactly,
say,
exactly.
yes, I can contribute to that. I like the way that you change it up a little bit every year. You can do this one year, do that the next year, because I'm sure there's, Japan has got hundreds and hundreds of years of culture that you can probably just take a little bit here, a little bit there, and keep that going forever. Yeah, that's really.
We had a storyteller one time who taught, and we've had that type of, depending on the venue. When we're out at Mount Hood, we had an auditorium. Being outside is a lot different,
Yeah, it would be. Well, hopefully the weather should be great. August should be
hot
good.
is what I
Hoping
always
so.
want. Hot.
You want hot?
I don't want.
Oh, you don't want hot. Too hot. Okay.
But yeah.
But
yeah.
It'll be lovely. It'll be lovely. But you can go to the garden anytime and enjoy that.
Anytime.
Because it is beautiful.
And
I really love it.
these particular events bring people that will go on a garden tour or just take a self-guided tour, and they may be part of the garden clubs that keep coming back to us and saying, hey, we would enjoy a tour for the entire club.
So you do that. You
Yes.
give tours.
Yes.
Yeah. You've done really amazing work there.
Thank you.
Especially I remember seeing the pictures
Originally.
years ago when you were
man.
dragging these big, beams and big logs, whatever, and then these huge rocks.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't think it was ever going to get done, but it's amazing. You did
I
a
didn't
great
think
job.
it would ever look like what it looks like,
it's
and I'm not
beautiful.
the world's greatest gardener, but man, it's been amazing, and the work Jim has done is so impressive because he's out there. I think you're there every day.
Well, it's gotten not quite every day anymore, because once a lot of the bigger issues are taken care of and some of the construction projects like the bridge in the Izumaya are taken care of, it
Not
doesn't
so much
take.
to do then, huh?
Yes.
Well, I saw him there with his grandson, so great place to take the family, take kids. Huh?
Yeah. And they do have volunteer opportunities too.
Okay, well,
so
there
if
you
you'd
go.
like to, and then he does classes like to learn how to prune and things like that. I haven't taken any of those.
Currently, we're doing Tai Chi,
Oh, lovely.
and
That's lovely.
we're doing that every Tuesday and Thursday at
Somebody told
9:30
me they saw
a.m.
people down there doing something they didn't know what they're doing. Now I know.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much for being on, and I hope Scotia's very successful, and it just sounds like fun. So I hope you get a lot of people come and check it out.
Thanks. We always love coming. It's always kind of like just a fun little chat. So
Oh,
thank
good.
you.
Thank
and yes,
you.
everyone is welcome to come.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thanks for watching this segment of Community Hotline. We have more coming up, so please stick around. We'll be right back.
Hotline is made possible with generous support by Gresham Ford, the dealer with a heart. The Contribute to the Community program provides the opportunity for the Gresham Ford team to make a positive impact, serving their customers and helping people across the community. And by the Mount Hood Cable Regulatory Commission. The Mount Hood Cable Regulatory Commission advocates on behalf of the public interest on communications policy issues at the local, state, and federal level.